Hey everyone, it's JoJo, and I have quite a backlog of Bakugan to unbox. So in this video, I'll be unboxing multiples, kind of like an unboxing marathon. So I have three packs. The one you see up front, we have Darkest Cloptor, the Bakugan starter pack, and this is the recent pickup. I found it looked really awesome because you could see that iconic eye of Cloptor. And here on the back, we got the graphic of Cloptor right there, where you do have to manually put in the eyeball, and the two other Bakugan. I think we already have this. This is Trunkanious and Serpentes, but in different factions, so I'm not going to go into detail about that. And then we have more products down here on the bottom. And here on the right, I found this about a month ago. And yeah, it's been that long since I've done an unboxing. So this is Darkest Kelion Ultra, and it looks super awesome. This is up here on the top, I believe is Pyrus Pegatrix, and then this one is actually new, so I'll go over this one. This is, I believe is Hydronoid in core form, not ultra form. And again, we have the graphic of Kelion there, and the others pretty much the same as the Darkest Cloptor one. And here on the left, we have Ventus Trunkanious. This looks awesome. And these two we have seen. This is Nilius, and I believe this is Vice Rock. So again, not going to go into much about that. And yeah, again, pretty much the same layout for the backside. So the main Bakugan in this video I'll be going over is Trunkanious, Cloptor, Kelion, and core Hydronoid back there. So yeah, let's get to unboxing. So I actually want to start off with the Darkest Kelion first. I believe this is from an older wave, this is from a newer one, so we'll save that one for last. Plus it does have the core Hydronoid, which I haven't seen before. And right away we have Pyrus Pegatrix opened up on its own. We got the V-Power right there on the butts, and we've seen Pegatrix before. It really does look really cool in Pyrus form. And here's everything in the Kelios starter pack. So we got a look at Pyrus Pegatrix already, so no need to really go into detail about that. Let's start off with the cards. So here we have Pyrus Pegatrix, 304. And then here we have the Chaos Hydronoid. You need a shield and a green fist. 400B, 2 damage, domination if your Bakugan are holding the most Baku cores, +4. And then Darkest Kelion Ultra, you need 2 fists. It's 303, pretty low, but if you do land on a fist, you bump that up to 605. So not too bad. That's actually pretty nice. And I do want to say that these are Age of Arliss cards. This one is from Resurgence because of the that logo right there. And I have not been able to find a lot of, actually I haven't been able to find boosters at all. The only Arliss cards I have are from the actual Bakugan sets and stuff. So Darkest Kelion, and here we have Wrath in Flame. You need 2 energy, and it is 5 damage. That's pretty cheap for a lot of damage there. That's really good. Seems like they fixed a lot of that too, kind of made it easier for people to play cards a lot quicker. Right, so we have Chaos Laser, 4 energy, +800. And then our last one, we have a flip card, Futility. You need 2 energy to play it, and you could stop any of these 3 cards or factions here. So you could stop Arliss, Chaos, and Ventus. That's really cool. I really like that artwork too of Cloptor against Pandox. Alright, and so for the Baku cores, let's start from this side. So we got a magic shield for 600, really good. This one's okay. Green fist, 150 +1, and then +3, +2, +1, and then +300B for the last one. Alright, so here we have the 2 new Bakugan. Let's start off with Darkest Kelion Ultra. It's got those same bumps that Ultras tend to have. You can see the tire going down here and the arrow on how to roll it. It's pretty smooth on this side, not too bad for an Ultra, but get to this side, you got a lot of cracks and ridges going on in there. You can kind of see the horns coming through the top part there. Got some green paint on this side. But yeah, kind of your typical darkest scheme. I really like it. I like how the black and purple kind of like mix into this area here. And then next up we have Core Chaos Hydronoid. It looks really cool. I really like this design here with all the Hydronoid heads. And these are the feet, and this belly kind of looks like Tertonium a little bit. Just the way it flips out seems like it's a little bit like Tertonium. You can see the tail and like these back scales on the back here. So yeah, pretty much kind of like designed like Tertonium, just a little bit. Maybe more like Cornelius without the wings, because of how the head just folds in and becomes part of the rounded shape of the ball. But yeah, really like this design. Not as much detailed as this guy though, but this is the Ultra form, of course. But you kind of see it still shares that resemblance with the heads. Alright, let's open up these Bakugan. Start off with Core Chaos Hydronoid. Let's find the arrow. There's the arrow down on the belly. Nice. And it just pops out like that. It's like a giant hand kind of like coming at you. It's like a kind of like a reverse Web'em a little bit if it was laying down that way. But yeah, it looks really cool. Love all these dragon heads all around. I kind of wish that the faces were painted so you could kind of see it more like facing it. It's only the top of the heads that are painted. But yeah, I would have loved those painted eyes on these heads here. We do have your Chaos color scheme. This nice white color with the blue and lighter blue and all that looks really nice. And we got a longer tail on the back. And there is the B power again printed on the butt of this Bakugan. But yeah, I really like how wide it is, even for a core. It just looks like it's really coming at you. It looks really cool. Again, kind of like a reverse Web'em. Instead of flopping down like that, it's like boom in your face. Next up we have Kelion Ultra. Oh, almost did a flip there, and it carries the Baku core on its head, and it picked up a plus 600, not bad. So there are a few manual parts before we get into the details of this Bakugan. You got the horns, you got to flip up, which I don't see you really doing that too much because the way it landed, it was like, you know, it was like right here. So there's really no point in, I mean, I guess you can for like aesthetic purposes if you want to. So yeah, that core just pretty much just covers the horns of Kelion. And I believe these do come out like this. And up like that. So you got this nice like flare going up on his backside. Looks really cool. And these parts, they do kind of like, they're on their own hinge, so it kind of moves a little bit. And I think that's all the manual parts. But yeah, here is Kelion Ultra, and he looks awesome. Let's start off with this head right here, like the green eyes, green horns, looks really menacing. I like these shoulder pieces. It kind of reminds me of, if you guys have been following Zoids Wild, the movable parts on Liger's, it kind of reminds me of that. And then we have the feet here that spring on its own, same thing for the back, and we got the tail, and we have like these thigh pieces that are similar to the shoulder pieces, and then the B power printed on the back. Overall, really cool design. I love it. And yeah, it just looks really nice. We got the backpack here for the magnet, but yeah, I mean, it looks great. Really like this. Alright, and to close these Bakugan, pretty much, this one's a little bit more difficult than most cores, because there's a lot of heads you gotta push down, make sure they all get in there. Alright, and that was pretty much it. This one a little bit more complicated. This does have a challenge level of 3. So you close the horns. Actually, I would do all the manual parts first. So you close the horns, fold it down. Fold down this back piece here, all of them, so that you don't have to worry about it later. Tuck the head in. Bring the front legs back behind the shoulders, and that it doesn't lock, so you got to really hold that in, and you push this back part here, put the tail down, and this whole backpack should close, and that way you don't have to, again, you don't have to worry about the manual parts. You just got to close them all up. And yeah, not too bad for a challenge level of 3. And I forgot to go over this little checklist here. For the most part, they are the same. We do have some new stuff here. So we have an Ultra Cloptor in Aqua's form. And pretty much the same stuff from before. We got Lupithion, Scorpios, and this one, it just says Triceratops, even though I think it's supposed to be Trino. And then same goes with Cyclops. It just says Cyclops here on the core section. And where is it? Cloptor. Cloptor right there. So I don't know if that was just like a placeholder and they forgot to change it, but whatever. We do have Fade Ninja right there in core form. And then we have all the older guys still listed here. There is Zentar there, and we do have a Pyrus Kelion. That is a spelling mistake. It's K-I-L-I-O-N instead of K-E. And yeah, we do have what does that say? Golem? I think that's supposed to be something else. But again, I think those are just like placeholder names, and they forgot to change it. Alright, moving on to the next starter pack. And here is the Trunkanious starter pack. So we do have, again, Aqua's Vicerox in core form. Gone over that before, so no need to really go over that. And we've all seen this guy before, Darkest Nilius. And then here we have Trunkanious Ultra in ball form. So I want to go over the cards first. So we have Trunkanious Ultra Ventus. You need a Flaming Fist and a Green Fist. It is 7 and 1. And then Aqua's Breath, it doesn't have the characters in order. This is the order that it came in. It doesn't have it in order. So Aqua's Breath, 3, plus 200, you may draw 2 cards. And then Nilius. And then we have a flip card where you could stop. And Aurelus. If you do energize this uncharged, it's only costing you 1. And then Vicerox, 207. And a Darkest Blast, 6. And plus 1200. For the cores, so -1 on the Green Fist, and another Green Fist plus 100 plus 3 if you are Pyrus or Darkest, and then plus 5 for the Flaming Fist, 300 for the Shield. For the Helix is plus 500 -1, and then another plus 5 on the Flaming Fist. Alright, and here we have Trunkanious in ball form. This guy, he's got a lot of stuff going on in ball form. Lots of cracks, lots of ridges. I'm pretty sure I closed this properly, but it does seem like it kind of wants to pop up on its own. Like there's a lot of tension in it. It might be because of the trunk. There's a lot of springs in the trunk to get that really cool shape. But yeah, still looks really nice in ball form. Just again, might be pretty hard to roll because of all these bumps and stuff. So this is the actual trunk of Trunkanious. And yeah, this part right here, this is the magnet part. It does pop up for me, kind of similar to this side here where it feels like it just wants to open up on its own. I mean, that's as far as I could get it to go, and it just doesn't have that smooth line going across. I mean, I could always roll it this way so it doesn't get caught, but yeah, it's just a disadvantage of this in ball form. Alright, so let's see it transformed. It's got a very wobbly roll. And there it goes! Yay! And it catches it on the top of his head, this little backpack on the top of his head. Looks kind of weird. Looks like it's got a really elongated forehead, but it's pretty much covered by the Bakugan core, so no need to worry about that. And speaking of that, there is the B power right there. And here is Trunkanius all transformed. It looks great, kind of like Kelion. I really love the design that they're doing in the newer releases, new waves. All right, so here's the front of Trunkanius. You can see the eyes right here. It's got really tired looking eyes, very much like an elephant. And speaking of elephant, here's the iconic trunk, and it does spring on its own. You don't have to do any manual movement on that. There's a bit of manual movement right here for the tusks, just a teeny bit. So this right here. So if you want it to stick out a little bit more, you can, but then that kind of stops this part right here. You can see where it's blocking, so you don't get to move it like that, but still looks really nice. And we got these two big ears on the side of the head. We got the stubby feet on the bottom. I kind of do like that they added some detail here on the side of the body, and that's not just plain. Same thing for this side right here, like on the like the front shoulder part. And we got the back part here, and I think this is supposed to be the tail. It's just painted. It's not like a thing that flips out, which is fine. At least they added that bit of detail in there so it doesn't look like it doesn't have a tail. But overall, it looks really great. It's so cute looking. Oh, it's like Dumbo. Oh, big floppy ears. But yeah, really cool looking Bakugan. Alright, to transform him back, just push the manual parts back in, the tusks, and then the feet fold. And there's no locking for this, and this one's a little bit difficult because you gotta have to slide it up like that. There you go. I was going the wrong way. Slide that down, slide this like that, and the ear should clip on. If you get everything, there we go. So that's that side. It's really hard to hold both sides, and they're all so jumpy. The feet's coming down right here. There we go. And then the trunk just kind of folds all the way in, and then the magnet should lock everything. And I still have that little bump that comes up there. But yeah, that's how you fold Trunkanius back into ball form. And finally, we have the Cloptor 3-pack. So the other two Bakugan, we have Aqua Serpentes and Pyrus Tertonium. Here we have the cards. Pyrus Tertonium, you need 2 helixes, 501, but if you land on a helix, it's a +5 damage. And then Cloptor Ultra, you need a green fist and a shield. It's 604, which is pretty good. And Victor, you must discard a card, so that goes well if you have like a sacrifice type of deck. And then we have Aqua Serpentes, you need a shield and green fist, it's 304, no ability. And then Energy Drain, it's cost 5. Uncharge 3 energy cards and opponent controls, they do not recharge at the end of the turn. Dirty. And then Hydro Barrage, cost 3, draw a card. Flow, if you have played another card this turn, +500. And then Anchor Strike. This is a really cool artwork of Cloptor. It costs 0, and you can give your opponent -2 damage. Alright, and for the cores, +1 for the Green Fist, plus Shadow Strike on the Helix, +150, +1 on the Shield, +100, +3 for Aquas and Ventus on the Green Fist, and then -300 on the Shield, -2 and +5 for the other Helix. Okay, and here we have Cloptor in ball form. Really love these Batwing designs. It looks super awesome. We got a little bit of the green poking through, like kind of just painted on the edges. I really like this that's on the tire. Just a lot of paint apps on this one. Kind of brings out the details on this part here, and a little bit on this part as well. But yeah, those bat wings look really cool. And here's in comparison to, I have the diamond core Cloptor, so you can't really tell, you know, the difference. But I mean, it's hard to do a comparison because there's a lot of clear plastic on this. But you couldn't see the bat wings on the diamond version of Cloptor. All right, And this guy, I really want to see how this guy opens up. Oh, nice. It does a cool flip. And check that out. Oh, the iconic eye. And it grabs it on the top on this little backpack here. Let's take a look at the character card for comparison. So there it is. And let's take this off. Here we have Cloptor. So we got these like claws that come and like go around the eye. We got these really, really wide bat wings. And again, the backpack for the magnet and where it holds the core. And we got more like tinier wings down here on the bottom. And speaking of bottom, here's a beat power 600, and this really, really long tail going down the back. Again, really love this design. And of course, here is the eye. So let's pop this out. So this comes separately. This comes separately, and you have to manually put it in. But the cool thing is you don't have to take it off again to transform it back. So that's really cool. And it just kind of gets clamped into this little claw thing inside here. There's a little spring in there, so it will hold it in place. So you just push that down and put the eyeball in, and that's about it. And it's not like, it's just kind of rolling around in there, which I do kind of like, so you could like kind of put it in different positions, like it's looking different ways, and or looking dead center. There are some holes on the sides of this eyeball. I think that's just to kind of grab onto these parts here if you do want to kind of have it in a fixed position like that. But yeah, I don't mind it if it's rolling around in there. It just looks creepy, and yeah, I absolutely love this. And like the level of detail in just the eye is pretty good. Really like all the lines. The green really does pop out. But yeah, it looks like little veins and stuff that's in your eyeball. Looks super awesome. Really cool. Yeah, even like that detailing, that paint apps down there on the sides really brings it out. And the green on the claws, on the purple claws, it looks really nice. And yeah, just overall creepy looking Bakugan. And just for comparison's sake, here is the core version. And here it is in a core form. You could definitely see the upgrade in the eye there. So it doesn't have the claws on the top. It just has like this little flap, kind of simulating it. Same thing for the bottom part here. It's got tinier wings on the side, tiny wings on the top. So yeah, definitely the I love both of them. They're just really cool. But this definitely is like an upgrade to the core version, but the core version actually isn't that bad at all. Alright, and to close them all up, so you close these two claws down, and you could push this up, and these two move together. These ones don't, so these move together, and you could keep the eye there, and this folds forward like this, and then goes over there, so it'll hold those claws that are up front, and then the back or the bottom wings fold in like that, and the tail just comes all the way around, covers the eye, clips, and then clip the backpack, the magnet there, and that is it. So that is it for this little unboxing marathon of Bakugan. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have a couple more coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time with more. See you soon.